Good morning. It's Friday, August 21st, and we're going to do some myofascial release, stretch, and activation with upper body focus. And I hope that everyone's doing well. And I know we're in some smoky skies today, but hopefully you're in a place where you can take some deep breaths because that's very important while you're doing myofascial release. So let's start with our 5-inch trigger point ball. And hopefully you have your roller and a band. And we're going to go ahead and start standing up. And we're going to work on our traps, our levator scapula, some pec work, a little bit of rhomboid, and subscapularis, which is right back here. So we see how much we can do against the wall to start with. So let's go ahead and stand up. And hopefully you have a wall to go against. And we're going to go ahead and start on our left side and put the ball right on the wall. And get it on there so you feel some tension. And then we're going to try to make some motion. So bringing the arm up and down, exhaling up. Hopefully you can feel the tension into the fascia there. So it's going to help release it when we let go. Okay, now we're going to go side to side on that trap. And up and down, little smashing movements. And then we're going to go to the front a little bit more, so into the levator scapula, which is right above the scapular bone there, going up towards the neck. So let's get on that spot. And again, lift the arm up and down, exhaling up. Try it and just don't go too fast. Just breathe with your movement. Keep your chin tucked so you're not tightening the back of the neck while you're trying to release it. Exhaling as the arm goes up. Inhaling down. Really getting into it, feeling it. You need to go 30 to 90 seconds for a release. We're going to go side to side. Up and down. Okay, now let's stay on that same side. We're going to get right in this, like right below the shoulder blade. And find a tight spot there. Press against it. That's it. And then bring the arm up and down and exhale up. So pressing against the wall, on the ball against the wall. Nice and slow with the movement. The movement is just for going deeper into the fascia. So it's not like we're trying to move fast. We're just creating motion. And it's like a pin and stretch. So like as you're moving, it's going deeper. And then one more time. And go side to side. And up and down. Okay, now let's go ahead and go onto the pec on that same left side. So go against the wall and kind of roll up between your sternum and your shoulder in that area and see what you can find. See if you can find a tight spot there. And then when you find it, just hold it, press in on it. Here again, keep the chin tucked so the back of the neck is long, and bring the arm up and down. Exhale up. It's hard to push your arm up when you're pressing into the pectoralis muscle because it's creating resistance, but that's the pin and stretch. Hopefully you find yourself getting more mobility as the time goes by. Okay, one more time. And then go side to side and up and down. And then go over to the right side on the right trap. Slow down, find that that rock. That rock in the neck. Press your right arm up and down. I'd say the traps and the levator scapula, just two major tight areas in most people. Exhaling up. Then we'll go side to side. Smash it in. Up and down, little smashes. And then go roll to the levator scapula that makes you face forward more. Get right to the top of that scapula bone towards the neck and then press up and down. Keep your chin tucked. Try not to keep just try to relax your neck. Good. And we're going to go side to side and up and down. Okay, now we're going to go to the subscapularis, which is, oops. Right here. Sorry, I had to use my ball. Right below the shoulder. Find that tight spot. And bring the arm up and down, exhaling up. And then go side to side. And up and down. Sorry, I just have like a tickle. You know, the ones that won't go away and I should do something about it. Okay. And then we're going to go to the pec. So on the front here, ball goes against the chest. Press, find that tight spot. It can be closer to your sternum or it might be out closer to the armpit. Just roll along, or you might have a few spots that maybe you need to work on more, like when you find an area. So find that spot and press your arm up and down. When you find an area that you have many spots, when you have time, you can really focus on all of the spots. All, like, you might have like 4 different trigger points on a certain, like, pec or quadratus, or your rectus femoris, the front of your leg there, or your adductors. Then we'll go side to side and up and down, smashing it. Okay, good. Go ahead and set your ball down. And we're going to take our hands behind us and we're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together. And when you're squeezing your shoulder blades together, let's not arch our back, okay? Let's tuck the pelvis so that we're not taking in the stretch from the lower back. Keeping the sternum up and open through the chest. So I'm just showing you from the side so that you're like, not like this, but tucked under. Good, now let's take our right hand onto the left elbow and stretch. The tricep. And then the left hand on the right elbow and stretch. And then put the right hand on the left side of the head and the left arm down to the side and bring your legs a little further apart. Stretch the head over to the right side. So now we're stretching the left trap that we just released. And take a deep breath. Now we're going to look down like we're looking into our right rear pocket. And like you're looking behind you, and we're going into the left levator scapula. And then come back up and put your right hand down. Put your left hand on the right side and stretch over to the left, stretching the right trap. Take a deep breath. And look down behind you to the left, in your left rear pocket. And then come up and put both hands behind your head. So we're gonna strengthen the front of the neck and stretch the back. So we're gonna push our head back into our hands. So we're gonna make this part of the neck long and this part of the neck front activated. So push your head back into your hands, keep your chin tucked. Now stretch the chin into the chest and feel the back of the neck stretch. Again, press back, chin tucked, pushing back. And then stretch. The back of the neck by the chin goes into the chest and come back up, push back. Strengthening the front, stretching the back. Now let's take our hands. They're going to go right at the base of the head here. We're going to make some little circles. And now we're going to just press right in and turn the head side to side. So we're releasing the tension on the occiput, the base of the skull there, where the muscles from the neck insert right into the base. So we're going to release that tension there with our fingers, using their fingers as tools. And then release and shake your hands out. Roll your shoulders back and around. Roll your head around. Seeing how it feels to stretch your neck in all the different directions. And the other way. Activating the muscles in the neck. And now we're going to do a funky chicken activation, right? We're going to pull the chin in and push the chin out. Forward and back. So this is a neck strengthening exercise. Go back, push out, keeping the back of the neck long. Funky chicken. Okay, good. Now let's take a big deep breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down, drawing the belly button towards the spine. Inhale, expanding the rib cage laterally. Keeping the neck and relaxed. Exhale down. One more time. And exhale down. And we'll come on down to the floor with your roller. All right. So let's start on the right side. And bend your knees and get your lat onto the roller. Let's put both hands behind the head, supporting the head. I think the smoke's getting to me. Lift up and down, exhaling up. So that's digging into the lat. And it's kind of cool because you're drawing your abs in and you're working that left lateral oblique as well. So getting a little ab exercise too. Not using the neck. You just digging in to that lat, that right lat. Now keep your right elbow on the ground. And this hold, let's bring the left elbow down and feel the release in the right pec minor. So just hold it there. Take a deep breath. The pec minor is kind of like underneath the armpit. And now we're going to roll back and hold it. So now we're on the lat again. And you're going to feel that twist and stretch through the rib cage and the thoracic spine. Now we're going to roll forward and back. Some activation. Activating through the thoracic spine. When we go forward, we feel it in the pec. And we go back, we feel it in the lat. Keep our abs engaged. Exhaling back. Inhaling down. One more time. And we'll go to the other side. So we're going to have our left lat on the roller, the knees bent, the abs drawn in, the hands behind your head, belly button draws and drawn in toward the spine. Exhale as you come up, so you can feel the tightness in the right lateral oblique. And we're be digging into that left lat. Exhaling up. So the lats get tight, the upper lats. And right above the lat is the serratus anterior that gets weak. So we're going to be working on that today too, because the serratus anterior is what connects to the scapula in the back that helps keep the shoulders back and down. So to help them not to internally rotate forward. So we're going to be working on strengthening those, releasing the tight pecs and lats so we have more mobility in the thoracic spine. 2 more times. Okay, good. Now go forward so you can feel and hold it here. You're going to feel the left pec minor smashing into the roller. Take a deep breath. Now roll back, smashing into the lat and hold it. Chin is tucked, the back of the neck is long, stretching through that rib cage area and feeling hopefully some more release as you're able to stretch back further through the thoracic spine. And now we're going to go ahead and activate by bringing the right elbow forward. Inhale and exhale as you twist back. Draw abs drawn in. Inhale forward, exhale back. Seeing how much more range of motion you can get, keeping your abs drawn in, and just really feeling like you're having more flexibility through the middle of your spine, or in the rib cage area. It's called the thoracic spine. And when the thoracic spine is too tight, the neck, the cervical spine gets overactive, and then the lower back gets underactive. So then you have like lower back weakness and pain. So thoracic spine mobility is very important, and something nobody ever thinks about, because it's like, what even is a thoracic spine? One more time. And release. Okay, good job. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit more work with the ball on the pecs. Because I think the pecs, like super, super duper overactive. The pec major that goes from the sternum to the shoulder, and then right under here, getting into the pec minor. So let's go ahead and do both points of the ball on the ground. So we're going to double duty it today. So let's start on the left side. And put the ball on the pec and keep that left leg straight and bend the right knee out to the side. And then rest your head down on your right hand. Or before you rest it on your hand, let's roll back and forth and see where your tightest spot is. So the knee out to the side gives you the mobility to kind of move around like this. Otherwise, when your legs just go straight down, it's hard to move around. So where's that tightest spot? Find it. And when you find it, then rest, put your head down. And then we're going to press that left arm up and down, exhaling up. Now we just released the lats, so you probably have a little bit more ability to press your arm above your head. And when you don't have that mobility in your lats, then when your arm goes above your head, most of the time your shoulder raises and comes up towards your ear because it's looking for room to create the motion. So if you do any kind of sport, or even if you're just doing general life, anytime you put your arm above your head, your neck's getting tighter and your back is getting weaker and tighter. So there's such a thing as tight and weak, believe it or not. It's not fair. Okay, go side to side and up and down. Smash it in. Now let's roll out to the side more into the pec minor. Out toward the armpit. Find that tight spot. And again, press the arm up and down, exhaling up. Really find your tempo, like where you feel it the most. Like how slow do you need to go to really feel it digging in? And get in tune with your body. This isn't just a chance to go, is this over yet?
I did it. I'm just gonna say I did it, just because like it's good for me. But like to really get into it and think about what you're actually feeling. It's your body. Okay, find a spot again. Hold it. Just keep pressing in, the side to side, and up and down. Smash it in. Okay, we're also gonna roll around to the back of that left shoulder now into the right on the subscapularis, but in the back of the shoulder blade, back of the shoulder. So you can find that spot. Just hold it there. Take a deep breath. And now let's go ahead and one more, go to the outside of the left arm. Turn around so you can see me. So like kind of in the tricep area, from the shoulder down towards the elbow. Find a tight spot there. And then we're just gonna take that left fist and bring it up and down like this. And exhale up. And go up and down on it, and side to side. Okay, now let's just put the ball in the right between the shoulder blades and the rhomboids. And we'll put your hands behind the head, and this is another really tight area. So it might even be hard for you to move on this, but if you can, roll back, keeping your chin tucked, and then exhale up. But if you can barely even get on it, just hold it there. It's something that in time you are able to have less tension there so it doesn't hurt so bad. Inhale back, exhale. So the rhomboids is an area that needs to be released and activated. So since the rhomboids are between the shoulder blades, right between them, and then the serratus anterior is on the outside of the shoulder blades, those two kind of work together to move the shoulder blades. So the serratus anterior, which is on the outside, is usually too weak, and then the rhomboids are too tight. So we're releasing the rhomboids, and then we're going to activate the serratus. And you're like, what are you talking about? And one of these days, if you don't already know, you're going to understand how your body works. 2 more times, or just hold it if you're holding it. Okay, good. And now we're going to go over to the right pec. So we'll start facing down. Balls on the right pectoralis, the left knee's out to the side. We're rolling back and forth to find the tightest spot on the pec major, which is between the sternum and the armpit, somewhere in there. Could be closer to the sternum, anywhere in there. Find your spot that you feel is the tightest spot. Rest your head down on your left hand, and then press your right arm up and down, exhaling up. So this is a pin and stretch. This is helping the ball go deeper into the fascia by moving, by creating some kind of motion. Slow, going with your breath, really paying attention to how you're breathing, and really breathe. So you're going to inhale, expand laterally into your rib cage, and exhale through your mouth, blowing like you're blowing out a candle, drawing your abs and belly button in towards your spine. So it's a breath that really doesn't end. It's not like you take 10 deep breaths and then stop breathing. It's one that's continuous. And the more you breathe deeply, the more your central nervous system is relaxing, the healthier every cell in your body is becoming. Creating a more relaxed environment in your mind and your body. And when your body's more relaxed, it's more alkaline. And when your body's stressed, it's acidic. And in an acidic environment is where disease grows. So we want to be alkaline, and I think the basis of good health is deep breathing and just letting go, not being so tight. And myofascial release really helps you let go. One more time. And we're going to go side to side and up and down. And then we'll move out to the pec minor on that right side, closer to the armpit. And it kind of lies underneath the pec major. It hides under there. So you'll find a tight spot there. And again, rest your head down and press that arm up and down, exhaling up. Go nice and slow.
Yeah? Come on in. Come on in. You have to push it hard. There's a little stuff on that. You're so cute.
Somebody's not muted.
I have to ask her, how's your lump? I can kind of see it from here. No, I have my video up. That would have been great. Can you hang out till 10:15? Hang out till 10. What time is it now?
Who's not muted?
Oh.
It's weird. I can't find the person. Okay, I think it's better.
Kathy.
Now. Oh, Kathy. I don't even see her. But, oh, no. It's weird. Okay, go side to side.
I thought it was hearing things. What is that? Who is that? Where is it? And up and down. And we're going to roll around the subscapularis behind the shoulder. Oopsie. On that spot. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath. Go side to side. The side to side and up and down motions are just very tiny. Up and down. And release. Okay. Let's go ahead and set the ball to the side for a second. And we're going to come up to our hands and knees. And we're going to do some scapular mobility. So we're going to keep the arms straight and the abs drawn in. And we're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together as the scapula pushes out. So right here, the sternum. So the sternum is pushing down to the ground, and then you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then you're pushing up and down. So it's not a cat-cow. It's just you're squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then you're pressing them flat. So keep your chin tucked, your arms straight, your abs in. Exhale as you press. And as you press, draw your abs in. And as you draw your abs in, exhale. So it's always when you're pulling your abs in, you're exhaling. You squeeze your shoulder blades together and then press. So it really connects your abs as well. And you have to keep your abs connected to have the scapular mobility, to have that control. Okay, now we're going to stretch back with the arms out in front. So stretch through the lats. Bring your hips down towards your heels. Stretching back. Taking a deep breath. Now we're going to press forward, the chin tucked, the arms straight. And press back, stretch. Press forward, chin tucked, back of the neck long. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Hold it back. Walk both hands over to the left side. Pushing against the rib cage on the right. So you're going to feel that big stretch in the right side, the thoracic spine. Really breathe into it. Just visualize that your intercostal muscles are getting stronger and more flexibility. So you have more movement in that area. Strong and flexible. It's a good way to be. Both hands over to the right side. Pushing into the left. Breathing into it. When you inhale, feel the expansion. Just feel like there's pressure against the ribs because they're stretching. Those muscles are like, they're activating and they're gonna have more strength and more coordination because they're not tight. Back over to the left side again, stretching the right. Really pressing to that right side. So you feel the stretch all the way from your hip up the whole waistline, up until like your shoulder. And then back over to the right, stretching the left. Pressing into the left, creating that space. Really breathe into it. And back to the center. Again, press forward, chin tucked. And look over your left shoulder. Then inhale, and exhale, look over your right shoulder. And back to the center. And back to your hands and knees. Let's make some pelvic tilts around. And the other way. And now I'm going to take that right arm and we're going to tuck it under the left. I'm going to stretch that subscapularis that we released in the back of the right shoulder. Take a deep breath. It goes right into getting more movement in the thoracic spine as well. So you feel that rib cage area stretching. And then come up and we'll go to the left. Tuck the left arm under. Stretching that subscapularis. Take a deep breath. And then come up and get your ball again. We'll go over to the left side under the left gluteus medius. So we're going to release some tension there. Since it's all along that lateral line of the lats, our hips are, so we want to release the tension in the hips. So get it on that gluteus medius on the left side, the left knee's on the ground, the right knee is in alignment with your hip and your shoulder, your sternum is up and your neck is long, so you don't want to be like this, like, you know, getting all tight in the rest of your body, right? You got to think about what else is going on. Bring the bottom knee up to the top knee. Even when you're working out, doing any kind of workout or any kind of sport, check in with yourself, seeing what the rest of your body is doing. Like, it's not just about going as hard and fast as you can at a cost. When you could be getting stronger with good form. if you pay attention. It's like immediate gratification compared to like a lifelong lasting strength with correct posture and reducing injuries and just having more power. When you use your body, it's like if you use your engine correctly, like if you're a car and you didn't have the wrong kind of gas in it, and you put like peanut oil instead of like motor oil, okay, go up and down, it just wouldn't work right. Your body needs to work in a certain way to have the highest power and efficiency, side to side. Let's go ahead and go on to the piriformis too, so the upper part of the glute. And we'll put our left heel on our right knee, so right on that piriformis, and just make some little pulsing knee motions. And then go up and down, and side to side. Good. Release. We'll go around to the right, gluteus medius, with the right knee on the ground, the left knee in alignment with your hip and your shoulder. Your sternum's up so your neck is long and your abs are drawn in. Then exhale as the right knee comes up to the left knee. One more time. Go up and down. Woo! Side to side. And then come up to the piriformis. Right heel on the left knee. And a little pulsing knee action. Go up and down and side to side. Good. And release. So let's go ahead and get our roller now. And we're going to do a rectus femoris line too as well. So let's start on our right side. So if you start right on the side, you're on your IT band, which we don't want to roll. Forward of that a little bit goes right into the rectus femoris, which is right in line with the hip bone. So we're going to roll between the TFL, which is right below the hip bone, and the knee. And this is the only muscle that connects the hip with the knee in the front here. So it's a really important muscle to release. Find your tightest spot. If you can, we're going to bend the underlying knee. You can put your other knee on top or keep it on there, either one. So you just want to try and bring your bottom heel in towards the glute, creating some kind of motion like that. Exhale in. And then we're going to go side to side and up and down. And then we're going to go to the other side. On the left. If you start right on your side, you go into the rectus femoris, and then you know what this bone right here is called your femur bone. So that's part of the name of it. Roll between your knee and your TFL. Find your tightest spot. Bring your heel in towards your glute. That left heel. Create some motion. Then go up and down. And side to side. Okay, and release. Okay, so let's go ahead and put our roller right in front of us and put our right knee on the roller and our left hand on the right knee and the right hand behind your head. So you want your roller down so there's space in front of it. And we're going to bring our right elbow down to the ground and then we're going to stretch back. So now you can see why we need to release the hip, because now we're on that whole right side. So the hip is involved in this stretch and activation. So if we didn't release the gluteus medius, then this stretch would be harder and we wouldn't be able to do it as well. So working through this thoracic spine, you need your right hip released as well as your lat and your pec. Okay. So now we're going to come forward and back and create this activation move. Inhale down and exhale back. Keep your left hand on your knee. Don't let your knee come up. And so the goal is to try, keeping that hand behind your head, to try and get your right elbow stretching down to the floor. But you have to work into it. So you just go from where you're at. And the more you exhale into the release, the more you're going to be able to stretch back. Okay, this time we're going to hold it here and then stretch your arm up, if you can, above your head. Keep your chin tucked. We're going to hold the stretch. Now bring your arm right out to the side, palm facing up. So feel that stretch in the front, in the chest, the bicep. Take a deep breath. Actually, you never stop breathing, you know it. But if I don't say take a deep breath, I hope you're still breathing deeply. Just a reminder. I could say it the whole entire class. Take a deep breath, sternum up, abs drawn in. Inhale into your rib cage. Exhale, draw your abs, belly button towards your spine. Don't ever stop. Like, just keep doing it for the rest of your life, okay? Okay, put the right hand behind the head again and come forward. And then we're going to go to the other side. So the left knee's on the roller. The right hand's on the left knee. The left hand's behind your head. We're going to come forward and stretch back. So you want to try and keep your elbow in alignment with your shoulder. So you don't want it up here, right? Because if it's up here, then your trap's tight. So you want to make sure that that elbow is in alignment with your shoulder and your chest is stretching. So you come forward and stretch back so that your pectoralis muscle is stretching as you're going back. It's opening through your chest. It's activating the scapula to squeeze together. That's what happens when this motion. And then as your chest is opening, your thoracic spine is stretching this whole front area right through the rib cage. The thoracic spine, the spine is in the back, but the thoracic area that is, the ribs go around the front and the back. This time, hold it back. Bring your arm above your head if you can. Remember, you have to move how your body can. So if I say something that doesn't feel good, then see if you can make a modification. since I'm not right in your home like I would be in person, but just do what you can. Take a deep breath. And then bring the arm out to the side, palm facing up. Letting that chest open up. And as the chest opens, then the shoulder can come down, right? Because it's that pec minor that internally rotates the shoulder forward and causes that tension. So when you release it, myofascial release it, then you can let it open up. Okay, then just lie on your back and bring your knees into your chest and just kind of rock your hips up, massage the lower back. And then we're going to put our feet down so our knees are bent. And bring your feet a little wider than your hips and your shoulders are relaxed. And you can just put your hands down to your side. We're going to drop both knees over to the left side so that the right knee goes into alignment with the left arch. So then you're going to feel the stretch from your right knee up through the rectus femoris line that were released up into the psoas on the front of the body. And then we're going to bring the right arm above our head. So then the stretch also comes into the lat and the tricep. So the whole right side is connected from the knee to the fingertips. And we're going to take a deep breath and see if we can really exhale into the release. That right knee all the way up the front of the right leg, all the way through the TFL, the psoas, and then it goes into the lat and all the way up and over. And you can see my back of my hand is on the ground, but you might be like this. It just depends on how much range of motion you have. One more deep breath. And we'll bring the right hand down and bring both knees up and over to the right side. So the left knee goes into alignment with the right arch. And then the left arm goes above your head. So now we feel that connection of that line of fascia that goes from the knee to the fingertips. So it's going all the way up. It's all connected. If anywhere along that line is too tight, it affects the whole line. So breathe into it, visualize it all connecting and letting go, working together like a river that has no blockages. So just like free and energetic, and lots of just power and force, all connected and just working together. Take a deep breath. Those hip flexors get so freaking tight, like they take over front, right below that hip bone area. It's from sitting and sports that make when your knees are bent, then the hips are in a flex position. And when you're stretched like this, they're extended, okay? And that's why we need to strengthen our glutes too, because the glutes being strong in the back helps the hip flexors stretch in the front. So in every area of your body that might be in a dysfunction, glutes are always important to strengthen. Bring your left arm down and bring both knees up and knees into your chest again. And just rock your hips up. And let's roll all the way forward, stretching forward, opening the hips a little bit more. Keep the back as flat as you can. It's funny, I saw a stretching poster yesterday, and I couldn't believe it because stretch okay, release. If you can see for a second, they were like this. This is how it was. Telling people how to stretch their back all rounded like this. I was like, what? Or like this, all rounded. Like, that's not stretching. You have to have your back flat for that whole line, that whole posterior chain to stretch. Okay, so now let's go ahead and strengthen this serratus anterior. So get your band and let's stand up. Okay. So the serratus again is the muscle that attaches the scapula. You know how they serrated knife? So they call it serratus because it's like fingers. It's actually long. It's hatchet is like ah. When it's weak, it can't control that. So when it's weak there, then that's when that happens more. So we're gonna make it strong. So actually we're gonna keep the elbows in, and what we're doing is we're just squeezing from the back. So I don't want you to think about pulling your hands apart as much as I want you to think about abs drawing in and squeezing the back of your, just squeezing right there on the serratus. And that's what's creating the motion. So as you can see and feel that when you're tightening to the back, what's happening in the front? You're opening, your chest is opening, your shoulders are going back. Let's keep those abs pulled in so we're not arching the lower back, okay? Because we don't want to start compensating in other areas so that we can work this muscle. So we're going to squeeze, keeping the sternum up, squeeze to the back and exhale. This is such an important area to like work. And nobody even really knows, like, who's heard of a serratus anterior, like, really. Keep your chin tucked in the back of neck, your back of your neck long. Squeeze it to the back. One more time. And rest. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a little lat activation while we're letting that rest. So bring your arms up. Again, we're going to draw the abs in so our back's not arching. Pull, bend to the back. Keep the fingers straight. Inhale up. Exhale, pull down. So this also activates the chest and the pecs, see? So the front and the back work together. Chin is tucked, back of the neck is long, so you're not stressing the back of your neck. You're using those lats to pull down. Inhale up, exhale, pull. Abs drawn in. Your chest should be stretching all the way down because your shoulders are back. We're not pulling like this, you know what I mean? The front is stretching as the back is connecting, and that's how our bodies work. One more time. Rest. Shoulders up, back and around. When our front of our body is tightening, the back is stretching, and vice versa. When the hip flexors are stretching, the glutes are tightening. When the glutes are weak, the hip flexors are tightening. So, you know, what do you want? Okay, let's do the serratus again. Abs drawn in. First thing you tell anybody, every single time, you got to work from your core. Belly button drawing in. Think about holding that connection and then squeeze the back. Exhale back. Always work from your core. You hear it all the time. I'm going to strengthen my core. I'm going to work from my core. Well, what does that mean? You can do sit-ups and push your abs out. That's what a lot of people think that means. So what it really means is drawing in, the drawing in maneuver. It means pulling your belly button in towards your spine and exhaling and strengthening the transverse abdominal muscles, your stabilizer muscles. So draw in and squeeze that serratus anterior to the back. Your chin tucked, the back of your neck long. Draw in and exhale. Squeeze back. Think about, we're not pulling the hands apart, but we're squeezing that muscle. And do two more. And then relax and bring the arms back up again. Abs drawn in, exhale. This is like a good exercise, stretch, activating the front and the back, right? As you pull to the back, you're connecting through your back and you're stretching through your front. We want to stretch the front. We just released it. We want to we stretched it. We're activating it now so that you can move with this functional movement of not being too tight in the front. Everybody's too tight in the front. Every single person. Too tight in front. So you want to be flexible in the front so that the back can activate. You can't like work the back if the front's too tight. But that doesn't mean you don't want to work the front. It means you want to release, stretch, and activate the front. One more. Good. Okay, shoulders back and around. Okay, we're gonna shake it out now. We're gonna like shake out all that tension. We're gonna shake the hands, and we're gonna shake the shoulders, and we're gonna shake the hips, and we're gonna be like a dog getting out of the water. We're gonna shake all the way down. If you ever want to get healthy, be like a dog, okay? Shake your hands, shake your shoulders, shake your hips, and shake all the way down. Okay, one more time. Shake your hands and shake your shoulders and shake your hips and shake all the way down. Feels so good. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale all the way up. Exhale down. Remember that deep breathing all day, every day. Inhale, expand laterally. Abs drawn in, exhale. Let's stretch side to side. Stretching through that thoracic spine, abs in. Keep the hips square. And relax. All right. Well, that was a nice session. I hope you all enjoyed it. And keep up those good spirits and take those deep breaths and keep your sternum up. Okay, have a great day.
Bye, Leah. Good night.